So we're at Webb's today. Fayes Kawasaki Z650 is up on the, I don't know actually what it's called, but they've very kindly let me film a service. We're on the 15,200 mile service, which is like the second service or third if you're including the 600 mile service. And yeah, we're just going to go through it. I'm going to capture some videos, might be useful if you're looking to service your own bike, or obviously if you want to bring it here. Let's get on with it. So first thing we're going to do is do the oil filter and oil change. So first thing to do is get the bike up on bobbins, and we're ready to start undoing. Lefty loosey, righty tighty, so I'm told. But yeah, interested to see this. I've never actually seen this done, so let's have a look. Look at that. So as soon as that comes off, how does that look? Is that good oil? How do you tell what's going on, if you know what I mean?
Not bad really. If you I mean, you should do his bare fingers, but they don't look bad.
I'm told as the engine kind of cools down, while it's hot, while it's been running here, the oil kind of raises to the top of the engine, and as it cools, it kind of filters out. Having a look at the brakes, check the brake pads and stuff.
1 mil is legal limit.
What's that on?
About ready.
About ready, okay. About ready, Faye. Need new brake pads. Is that just feeling for
Punches, visual inspection of tyres for cracking, that sort of thing. Nothing stuck in it. Actually, we'll measure the depth as well, that's alright. Wheel bearings.
what can you tell from that? Like how well the
wheel bearings, you can fit, if there's on the wheel bearings, they'll rock.
Right, okay.
So when you're doing that, it's got clunk, 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 clunk.
Yep.
That means your wheel bearings gone.
Okay.
Check the rim, spin it. No damage to the rims. Side.
So you're just checking the chain tension here.
It's worn, but it's not bad.
So you're kind of feeling how that...
It comes really badly off the sprockets.
Yeah.
The chain is worn. And you also check lipping on the teeth.
Yeah.
Make sure they're not hooking or anything like that. And you change them as a set.
Yeah.
We've had people come in before that just change the chain.
Yep.
The chain is only as good as the sprocket it goes on, because the sprockets are now destroying the chain.
And how does this look?
It looks alright. It's just keeping on. It's coming off a little bit, but you can see that it's worn. Just
Yep.
pulling that there.
Oh yeah, I see.
See, on a brand new bike, you won't get that.
Okay, so it'd just be rigid.
It should be rigid, but it's done 13,000 miles. So if it's been on, say, done 2,000 miles ish.
Yeah.
Not bad.
See how the oil's getting on. Still dripping away there.
Look at this one.
Can have a look at the chain tension here.
So that was just 30. It's just 30.
Is that about right, you reckon?
Yeah. You'd
Happy
adjust
days.
it to the tightest bit. So
Yeah.
that's the tightest bit at 30, so that's spot on.
Happy days.
Any more than that, you need to adjust it.
But you got it. Having like a little clean around the joint. These are brilliant. Need one of these just to wash the bikes.
These are 1,500 quid plus VAT.
1,500 quid by. I'll take that back then. I don't need one of those, but it would be nice. It would be nice. It's interesting seeing the bike like here. To be fair, you can really see all the little bits and pieces. It's pretty cool. Still can't believe how much oil came out of it. Loads. Let's have a look here. So this is the new oil filter, and it comes preloaded with grease. Is that good? So it just means we just literally screw it straight on.
Yeah, screw it straight on, and sometimes I'll tell you on the side 2.5 turns. So usually go anything over 10 to 20 newton meters.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so just hand tie it and then like a little nip by the looks of it. That job's a good one. That's a good one. So is there any like rule of thumb to this, or just literally you just use that as a gauge?
Well, you measure roughly it out. It's about 1.7 to 1.8.
And on the little window, do you fill it to the top, in the middle, or just?
You put what the amount is about 1.7.
Okay.
And then you run it up to temperature, then add a bit more.
Got you. Okay.
Because the worst thing you do is overfill it, then you got to drain it.
You have to drain it, do you? All right. So don't overfill the oil. Never thought of this, but checking these bolts is pretty important. Basically holds back tyre on them, so yeah, not a bad idea. How's that looking? Is that alright? What's max? What's min?
Minimum's 1.6.
Yeah, something like that, isn't it? So it's okay, so it's pretty good at the minute. Particularly in winter, I suppose it's even more important to make sure you got good amount on there. 5. Nice. Right, what we're looking at here then?
That oil, some people think it's an oil leak, but it's the hot engine causes your chain loop to get hot.
Oh right, yeah.
People think there's an oil leak, but sometimes it pays to maybe take that cover off and clean under there behind.
Yeah, state of it.
On a regular basis.
Okay.
So all you do is cut these two off. I'll show you.
Yep. Okay. Cool. Whoa, look at that.
Because the engine gets warm,
Yeah.
it makes that runny, run down, gets all over the place. So it's always a good, if you can, occasionally just clean all this lot off. That's all chain loop.
What would you use to clean all of that? Just chain cleaner?
Brake cleaner, toothbrush.
Yep.
It'll probably take about an hour to do it properly.
Yep.
And inside your cover. It's not too bad that, but you see them sometimes, it just cakes in there.
Yeah.
Technician will take, if you're doing a change sprocket, it'll take another half an hour just to clean that up.
Yep. Is that the rear brake fluid reservoir? Oh, okay.
When you need urgent medical help or your insurance, the NHS to be assessed and directed to the right place.
There's your coolant level up.
That's for the radiator?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So if you needed to top it up, that's it between the lines.
Does that expand? Or does that...
When you're when the engine gets hot,
Yeah.
that'll crawl up there and up and down there.
Okay. And you want that at quite a low level when it's cold, like now.
Yeah,
And then
it's spot on there. Anywhere between there, it's all right. That you can dip it. I'll show you how to do that. Fluid tester into the fluid. .4. It's good. Now what's changing? 3%.
what does that mean?
It's got moisture in it.
It's got moisture in it, which means...
It's not gonna. It's changing. Because what happens is it changes the boiling point of your brake fluid. So it heats up, so it will boil quicker.
Yep.
If it's got water in it.
Got you.
That'll cause issues because the water expands. Push your back rate on it, shouldn't it?
Yeah. So you're literally sucking that out.
Yeah, we'll put new in and then we'll pump it through the system. So I'm just getting rid of that. And it's there.
So
That's a clean container, sealed.
is that important?
Yeah, because you don't know how long it's been open and it'll absorb this moisture.
Moisture, right? Okay, so you end up with the same.
Yeah.
So don't reuse it. In essence, once you've used it, get it used
I mean,
quickly.
we go through that much brake fluid that we'll operate the tin and we'll use that within a week anyway.
Yep. Okay.
But if you're at home, and
Yep.
you've used that last year,
No good.
get a new one.
Yep. Fair enough. Fair enough. So you take this little cover off here. A little cover. New fluid's gone in there. And now I believe we're gonna...
Make sure it knocks off. So crack that off now. So what you do, That's tight, yeah?
Yep.
Bit of pressure, crack it off, push down, lock off, put it down. You see the fluid comes through there?
Yeah, I see
So
it.
it's pulling from there, going through there, out there. So take a fresh bite, bit of pressure down, crack it off, pump, lock off. Just keep doing that, and do it 2 times through there, and you should have bled the system.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see the fluid's going down.
Yep, I see it. I see it. And would you do that sort of two or three times in full, and then that will be the whole sort of?
Yeah, because it comes through there and there. There is an ABS system on these.
Yep.
Uh,
The brake fluid is really corrosive, so you're going to give everything a nice clean. Use a bit of brake cleaner, is it?
yeah.
Brake cleaner or whatever you've got to hand, but if it gets on anything, just get it off. Quick. Whack the cover back on. New brake fluid. Now we're going to check the front brake fluid reservoir.
Test it.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. The back was red. I guess this one will be. Real bad, that one. New fluid needed. Same process again. Suck that out, and then I guess we're gonna get bleeding on. Do you have to bleed both brakes individually? Say okay, and then pump it through. Take it up. Get the hose on again and pump, I guess.
Exactly.
That's basically creating a vacuum in that hose, yeah? So when that then opens, it
Pulls it through.
pushing it
You're
through.
pumping it through with your lever.
Let's have a look at this. There's a little shelf. Yes, yeah, just over.
Fluid to that, yeah? And obviously that'll fill your wind room.
I see.
But that's how you gauge them for your fluid coming down, is when you see that hole in the window. Yeah. So clean the cap off again.
And then, job's good. New brake fluid. Alright, so now, forgive me, just having a twitch. Now, we're going to get the bike taken apart. And I think we've got spark plugs. I think we've got a fuel filter or something like that. But I think it's going to look very differently in a couple of minutes' time.
Comes around the tank off before you get the tank off, so I've took one of them two out, these two out, that should lift off.
Yeah.
Should. I say not stripping one before.
We'll see. Looks like it should, shouldn't it? So you take the cylinder, the key cylinder bit out, and then that just pops off. It's kind of got some brackets there. Grippy things.
Not poppers.
With poppers.
So, to release them,
Yeah.
you push the inner in, and then it comes out.
Ah, see.
And then to reset them, you push it through, and then
Got you. And they're all basically on the other side, just around here, to get this. What would you call that? The little tiny fairing
Air
at the
scoop.
front, the air scoopy thing. Oh, look at that. This is all the stuff that makes me nervous, this stuff.
so you've got to take that to push back to release that to lift it out.
Ah, okay. Tank's coming off here. So that's the seat clip. And there's 2 bolts there. 2 bolts at the top here. Oh yeah, they're at the bottom, look at that. There's the wood.
Breather here.
Over the back there, yeah.
That's the fuel pump connector is there.
Okay. So that goes through there.
So let's set the cover off to you.
Yeah.
And now I've got fuel line to take off. There's a breather off there. Can't see anything else.
Alright, so fuel tank's off. There's this little clip here that to sort of slide back to sort of release it. And then, yeah. Fuel tank's rested there. So
This is that's your ECM, or your ECU, if you want to call it. That's your brain. That is what controls your motorcycle.
that box.
That box there.
Okay.
So that's going to come off. This is your airbox. Throttle body's under here. We've got to take the airbox off to access the spark plug pressure under here.
Blimey. I suppose this is where the servicing time goes, you know, when you're waiting for your bike and it's like, oh, it's going to be an hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours, or we need it all day. I guess this is why, because you've got to take so much stuff actually off it. And if you do it carefully and clean up everything, make sure you haven't got any brake fluid on and everything, it all takes time. Oh wow, look at that. So what we got here, what is this?
The air filter.
Oh, is that it? Okay.
All that for that.
That's the air filter, and these holes are...
They're your trumpets, they're called, but that's your intake. So your throttle body is, don't do it on these, but that's your throttle body down there.
Okay.
So when you're going along, they'll alter.
Okay, suck in and burn air basically. Oh, look at that. So what? Wow. That's cool, isn't it? There's a lot of kit there. There's a suspension. Alright, so, and that is the spark plug itself. No, no. Not that hole there. So that goes into the stick bulb. Yeah.
That's going to go, yeah, I'll show you. So, that sits in your engine like that, in the top of your engine.
Okay.
Signal comes across there, causes it to spark, earths out against the frame of the engine, causes it to spark.
So this is what's just come out. And
Spot on. If you have a look online on that, what colour the spark plug should be.
bit of silicone spray. Once the spark plug's been changed, that goes back in, helps it going. Is that quite a snug fit, is it basically?
Yeah.
Second spark plug back in. It'll be the date. Nice clean air filter. Air box back on top. Note to self, don't fill it up with fuel before you come into a service. So reconnecting up it. Fuel's back on. And what's that, the breather?
Yeah, breathe it. This one.
Breather's going. Right, so we've got the tank back on, bolted down and connected. That's a little seat posty thing that the front seat hooks into. Put that on. A tip as well is before you start bolting all this together is to start the bike, particularly if you're going to do it yourself. I mean, it's not something I necessarily recommend, but yeah, start the bike and make sure it starts before.
Just to pop things on.
Okay.
You don't have to use it, but
I'm going to clip these back on now. A little bit of silicone spray's gone on that, just to ease it in. A bit of lube. Final bits of trim going on. And then what happens? I guess it goes out for a test ride, does it?
We'll check their bearings and stuff like that. Just where they go.
That side's all done, back together, looking good and shiny. Right, we've got all that on. We've got to do the reset of the service light and then a little test of the steering or something. So how's this working then? What are you looking for?
Feeling for smoothness of your steering head bearings. At the same time, spin your front wheel. Checking your tyre for any punctures or things on there. Rim run out, spot on. You can also feel if the bearings are rumbling, you can feel it through the front mud guard. So the head bearings there, smooth, there's no play. Looking for side play on the rear with the front wheel. We're feeling for play up and down, or side to side. Nothing. No wheel play.
Job's good. So is that like wirelessly transmitting to whatever software? So this is what we're resetting it here, so where it says service and the service line. So I've been out on a test ride on it. Runs good. Job's a good one. That's the second service done.
I hope you found that as interesting as I did, guys. It was great to get behind the scenes. I found it very interesting. It was fantastic to get a video of the service. Big thank you again to my friends at Webbs, and as we're around the change point of 2024 to 2025, I wish you all the very best for 2025. Hope to see you in the new year. Ride safe and catch up with you guys soon.